IRCC made another announcement this week that shocked so many tourists and also Lamia workers here in Canada. So, what is it? And what is it for you as an international student? So, my name's Coach MC, and you are watching SLE Canada, where we help aspiring international students here in Canada. So, if you're new to our channel, make sure that you are subscribed. Even though we're not directly affected by these changes for the tourists and also the Lamia applicants, but as an international student, it is still important to know what is the immigration like, how it's going to change in the next few years. Remember, you're still considered as a temporary foreign worker once you apply for the post-grad work permit. So make sure that you stay tuned at the end of the video, and let's get started. First one is the ending of the temporary policy for the tourist holders. So basically, during pandemic, they had a temporary policy where the tourists can convert to a work permit inside Canada. So that policy is supposed to be ending this coming year, February 2025, but we didn't expect that IRCC will just suddenly stop it this week. I really feel sad for those people who resigned and took the risk of going here on a tourist visa and hoping that they can convert their status to a work permit. But to be honest with you, even before this policy ended, I already received so many inquiries from tourist visa holders who wanted to convert to a student visa because number one, it's not really easy to get the Lamia here in Canada, and also number two, even though you have Lamia, it does not guarantee that you will be getting approved for work permit, especially if you don't have the right skills for that job that you already applied for. So if you're interested to convert to a student visa, you can watch this video and make sure that you know the pros and cons of being an international student here in Canada. You still have other options to stay here. You can be a student, or you can still apply for jobs, but you just have to make sure that you're doing it legally. And number two drastic change that no one expected that this is going to happen is when Canada closes their doors for now for the temporary foreign workers who will be applying for the Lamia under the low-wage stream. And if you're an international student, I want you to pay attention on how IRCC is going to approach this change. But MC, how would I know if I'm under the low-wage stream? So you need to identify the median salary in the province where you intended to work. So let's say in British Columbia, if the median salary is $29, then you need to get a job offer around $29 or above. If it's below that, then you are considered low-wage worker. So now the problem is, who is willing to pay you around $29 here in Canada? If you're applying as a food service worker, no one's going to pay you $29 here, right? That's going to be the tough part for this change. Even when I graduated here with a diploma in Canada, I started around $24, and even Felix started around that much. So unless you have Canadian work experience already, you have specialized skills, or you're working for the government, yeah, maybe you can get that much. But in reality, it will be challenging for people to find a job that will pay around $29. And again, you have to double check the median salary in the province where you intending to work. You also need to take note the unemployment rate should be lower than 6% because IRCC said that I am not going to process your Lamia if you are going to saturated areas with high unemployment rate. So regardless, right, if you are going to, let's say, Vancouver, you will have to double check by region because the unemployment rate will be different in Vancouver versus in Victoria, for example. Before going to Canada, I did this. I checked for the unemployment rate when I was looking for a location where I wanted to work and study. Regardless if you're a worker or if you're coming here as a student, it's always good to check the unemployment rate. And also right now with all these changes and stuff, it's a good reference because you will be able to identify which location is suitable for you so that you won't be having a hard time of getting a job once you graduate. However, there is an exception. So if you are working in food processing, agriculture, fish processing, and also in construction, this could be in trade and also healthcare. And I've been telling you guys in my channel for so long that you should be working in these industries because these are the industries that you feel like you're gonna be in the safe side. No matter what happened in the immigration, you are going to be prioritized. So how would you be entering this field? So now utilize your program. If you're coming here as a student, right? You need to take the certification so that you can work as a personal support worker, or you can work as a nurse or a medical lab assistant, or work as a welder in Canada. You know what I'm saying? So always look for ways to improve your portfolio so that you can enter this in-demand industries in Canada. And the main reason why IRCC did this change is because of the fraud that is happening in Lamia. Ang daming bentahan ng Lamia. Some people will sell Lamia for 15,000 Canadian dollars and it goes up to 30,000 Canadian dollars. And if your Lamia is under low wage stream, you're only getting around 1 year work permit. If you paid 30,000 Canadian dollars for a 1 year Lamia, a closed work permit, I'd rather study. Like, seriously, I'd rather study a master's degree or a diploma that will give me a chance to work in construction or in healthcare. Then I'll be getting an open work permit. And if you're in a closed work permit and you're working for an abusive employer, you cannot just get out of it. Sometimes you do whatever it takes to stay in Canada, and you're very vulnerable, you know. Dahil gusto mo magstay and you're very desperate na, you'll do whatever they ask you to do. On a postgrad work permit, you're on open work permit. If you feel like you are not treated right, you can just get out of it and find another job that will pay you higher, will treat you better, and will have better PR pathways. So we don't know if this change will be a permanent change. This could be a just temporary, because they said that there could be another changes coming up after 90 days. So we don't know, because this change happened a few years back already. So we don't know what's gonna happen. But it's still good as an international student to know what's happening in the immigration, because we don't know, maybe they will do the same in the postgrad work permit. Who knows? But it's better to be prepared. In the next video, I will be showing you the positions or jobs that will pay you above the median salary. But thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.